Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful having everybody here. As we get ready for Yom HaKadosh, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says that it says Lifnei Hashem Titoru. So the simple meaning is that on Yom Kippur, when we're before Hashem, we will be purified. But the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says Lifnei Hashem, before we come to Hashem Titoru. He said that's why it's a very special union to be misvada and to confess our sins on Erev Yom Kippur. That's the meaning. The Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says that's the meaning of Lifnei Hashem Titoru. So already in Marv, there's a shmak, in Shema Koleinu, there's a nusach of vidui that you could insert in Shema Koleinu. It's a very big thing on this day, Erev Yom Kippur, if a person knows that they did something wrong. L'mashal, if somebody knows that they caused tsar to their spouse. So you could add it, on Hashem Chotosi, Visi Pashati, L'fanecha, and I was mitzar my spouse. That's proper vidui. If you know you spoke Lashon Hara. There's already a mitzvah to eat tonight. Not everybody holds that way. But it's always good to be machmer on eating, There's all the mefarshim that say that it's a compensatory for the fact that the luchos were given, the second luchos were given to Moshe Rabbeinu on Yom Kippur, so it's a simchas HaTorah. We can't fast, we can't eat because it's Yom Kippur, so we eat the day before. And the Yom Tov is the night and then the day. So it's a good idea to eat and have in mind Simchas HaTorah tonight. Very, very good idea. Also, one of the reasons why we eat tomorrow, we know it's as if we fasted. It's a big thing. The brisker sucking candy the whole day. It's every minute. You want to suck Frankfurt, you could do that too, but he's getting, Baruch is getting excited,
Very much.
Yeah, right.
Especially about tonight.
Right, yeah.
Tell my wife
100%. Filet mignon for sure, So in Tefillah Zaka we say that our fasting, which causes the diminishment of our blood and our fat, it should be like a carbon before you. Now we know that there's an inyan to fatten the carbon. So that's what we're doing tonight and tomorrow. We're fattening the carbon, l'shem Hashem. So you eat. When you get a chance to eat, and it's like fasting. It's mamish a dieter's delight. It's there is a svas emes. It's really geschmack svas emes. The svas emes says l'daitai. According to his opinion, the reason why it's a mitzvah to eat on Erev Yom Kippur is because we're supposed to forgive people on Erev Yom Kippur. And a person that's well fed is in a more forgiving mood. This is svas emes. Svas emes says this, If you're in a well fed, you're in a more forgiving mood, as I state in Svas Emes. I know I give my balabatim hard challenges. So this is a very hard challenge. Have a hearty appetite. It's a hard challenge. Okay. Also. I always remember how Ramila would say. Ramila would say, before you go to shul on Yom Kippur, ask your spouse for mechila. He says if she says she's meichel, she doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean it. That's what Ramila said. She doesn't mean it. But he says even if she doesn't mean it and she says it, it'll be a whole different year. That's what he said. Even if she doesn't mean it. She said it, it came out, it'll be a whole different year. He said that every year, he said that.
You gotta say it 3 times.
Yeah, say it 3 times. You want to say it while you're jumping like this, you do that too. Now, we're holding in the 5th parak, Mishna and Mishna Vav. We're learning the Mishnayos now with the recording because tonight we're going to have for the Shabbos table after the daf. So we learned Lefush Le'ili Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbat Shlomo Ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn Le'ili Nishmas David Ben Chaim Lefush Shalem Efer Yom Moshe Ben Chai Sarah L'Schus Avram Yom Benish Ben Malki Hudas by Yoel Klugman and family for the Gezun Parnas and Nachas and Lefush Shalema for Meir Ben Chai Sarah. I hate to take you away from the Mishnayos, Michal Avram, but if you bring me a little cup of water, it might help. So, the Mishnah says, remember we said that if I'm going to make with my shver, he gives me something on consignment, and we make him that we share the profits, we also share the loss, so that means half of it is a loan. And therefore, I cannot manage the whole iska cost-free, because then I'm giving him interest on the fact that he gave me a loan on the half that I'm profiting. So then he has to pay me a management fee for his half. So, however, why don't you bring a cup? Take a hot cup. You could put cold into hot cups. It could be done. But if he gives me a cow or a donkey, and I should manage it, and we'll split the profits, so there he doesn't have to pay me any managing fee, because I get the benefit of the work of the cow and the donkey, and that pays for it and its feed. So, thank you very much. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh b'dvaro. So, shamin para v'chamar, we could evaluate the cow and the donkey, and evaluate means that we're going to split if there's a loss. But kol davar shu oisa v'oichel, anything else that will work, and the working takes care of its feed, and also makes me compensates for the fact that he gave me a loan of half, and we could do that l'mechza. We could do that and split 50-50 without any managing fee. If the minig is that we split the offspring immediately, and that I don't have to raise them and break them in, then choken, and that's what we do. In the place where it's expected that I will raise the young and break them in, then yigadelu, that's what I have to do. We have to do according to the minig hamakom. Reb Shimon Gamliel says that if he gives me a calf together with the mother, or a foal together with the mother. Now you'll say the calf and the foal, they don't work for their keep. But it's okay. Shaman egel im imay, we could evaluate the calf with the mother, usyach im imay, and the foal together with the mother, because I'm compensated enough for my managing the business by the fact that the mother will work, and the horse will work, and I'll get the manure from the child, which is also worthwhile for me for fertilizer. And here is an interesting halacha. What happens is Jack rents from me a field. Now, usually, the cost of the rental of the field for a year is he would pay me 10 kur of grain per year. But Jack wants to make an improvement in the field. He wants to put in a good sprinkler system. He wants to use more fertilizer. So he takes from me a loan of $200. He wants to invest in the field because he feels he's going to get a better yield. So I can charge him for the field 12 kur instead of 10 kur. So you'll say, uh-oh, that smells not good. That smells like I'm getting 2 kur extra because I gave him a loan of 200. No. Because he's making the field better, I'm giving him a better field. And for the better field, I could charge an extra 2 kur. You have to know how to look at things. Or mafriz al sadeyu, I could charge more for the field. Ve'eino chayshish mishum ribbis. I have to be concerned of ribbis. Now, if let's say my shver gives me sheep, and he tells me that he's giving me, he's a big shepherd. He's giving me $100,000 worth of sheep. We'll split the profit. But I'm responsible for the $100,000 completely. He's not taking any responsibility. If he's not taking any responsibility, so basically it's a loan. And if he's not taking responsibility and I'm giving him half the profits, that's an interest on the loan. So, you can't make such an arrangement with a yid, because since he's not taking any responsibility, I'm taking all the responsibility, and it's like a loan. If he's getting 50% of the profit, that's ribbis. But I could make an arrangement with a guy this way. Because a guy, you could give interest to. You could take interest from. As the Mishna says, v'loiven man, you could take a loan from a guy and give them interest. Or malvanoi some ribbis, and you could give them a loan and collect ribbis. And not just a guy, but also v'chein beger toishev. A ger toishev is what we call a resident alien. It's a machlokes rishonim whether he accepts the 7 Noahide laws or he just accepts not to worship idolatry. Either way, you could take and give him ribbis. Now here's an interesting situation. Tony, a guy, gave me $100,000. He gave me a real nice deal. $100,000, 5% interest. It's due in 6 months. I finished using the money in 3 months. I don't need it anymore. But Baruch says to me, Rabbi Weiss, I'll take the $100,000 and I'll pay 5%. I could use it for 3 months, $100,000, 5%. You don't need it anymore? I'll take it and I'll give you the 5% and you'll give it to Tony. So we could do that with one proviso. Malvi Yisrael ma'oisiv shel ovid kechav medasa ovid kechav. Where the Gemara says that I could tell Tony, I don't need it anymore, but my friend Baruch wants it for the remaining 3 months at the 5% interest. And the Gemara says I have to hand $100,000 back to Tony, and then Tony gives it to Baruch. So again, he's paying interest to Tony, he's not paying interest to me. But I can't make the arrangement myself. I say, I don't need the money. I'll charge Baruch 5% interest, right? Even though I'm paying that money to the guy, but if I do it on my own, it's considered as if I'm taking interest from Baruch, and that's not allowed. Again, Marav tonight, again, Daf tonight at 8, followed by, for the Shabbos table, Tomorrow morning, Slichas at 7:10. Mincha tomorrow at 2:30. Mincha tomorrow at 2:30. And again, I want to remind everybody that it's good to come a little bit before Kol Nidre, so that you could say Tefillah Zaka, a very, very important tefillah. Also, a reminder that you should tell your wives that tomorrow night they make 2 brachas, and one is a very unusual one. It won't happen again for 7 years. And that's Lahadlik Der Shel Shabbos V'Shel Yom HaKippurim and a Shechianu. If your wife is going to drive to shul, you might live a little bit away, you want to drive to shul, you could do that. I don't know where you're going to put your car, but if you made arrangements where to put your car, right, so you could drive to shul, your wife could light candles and articulate, verbalize, she's not accepting Shabbos and Yom Kippur until she gets to shul. She could do that, but then she cannot make the Shechianu. Then she'll make the Shechianu when she gets to shul.
What time can you eat?
What?
What time can you eat and drink?
It's on the calendar. Shkia.
Here?
Shkia. You want to be?
One more thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And after Mariv, we could use a few able-bodied men to take out one row of tables from the women's section, so that we're ready for Yom Tov. We would ask the kids, but there's no kids. So we're the kids. B'makom shein kids, you have to make yourself a kid. Reb Chanani ben Akasha, Marat Tzkadosh Baruch Hu, L'Zakes Yisrael, L'fi Kechiv L'hem Torah Mitzvah, Shenem Adinai